All right, so a quick tutorial on using Teambuilder. See if I can do it in under 5 minutes. First thing, obviously log in with your credentials. Real easy here. So the first thing that usually comes up is your team feed. So we're not going to tell a whole heck of a lot about this. We don't use it too much. You can post pictures here. Realize this goes to the team, or basically what a group is. So recruits will see recruits, teams will see actual teams, but it'll only be volleyball team see volleyball team, not everybody else. You can filter it, you can add more, but we're not going to go into that too much. I'm more interested in the workouts, which we'll get to. Leaderboard, you can obviously look and it sections it down to what your team is. So if we do, say, bench press, any of the working exercises are what we actually track, and I'll discuss that in a few minutes when we go over how to fill out a workout. But that's the number that really says this is what your max is for that activity. Here you can actually filter it, see it. There's only 3 people in my group right now, which is why we have 1, 2, 3. If we were in, say, the football team, there's 123. So that adds up quite a bit. At that point, you could filter it a little bit, depending on how we have it actually set up. Almost all of your exercises, your speed, agility, and quickness drills, circuits, which we don't have built in yet, but all of those will be part of it. The big part is workouts in the middle, so we'll come back to that last. Messaging, you want to send me a message, pretty easy. Hit that button on the bottom, swipe down, all the messages come back up. Now, if you want to send me a message, you hit the top, send a message, and I am right at the top, Coach Blaney. Hit next, type away, send it to me, I'll get a message for it. It takes a little bit of time, so it may be anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes. Probably by the end of this video, we'll actually see it. Close it, you'll get notification. If you see like these other ones that say all athletes, all athletes, all athletes, all athletes, remember if it says all athletes when it comes in, and it'll say it right at the top of the message, so it says all athletes in blue, it is going to all 400 plus people that we have on Teambuilder. Just so you're aware of that. If you want to send it to me, send it directly to me as opposed to replying here. If you reply here, it's going back to everybody, which sometimes can be slightly embarrassing. With a workout, what we're actually going to look at, up top of the workout, you have a little graph basically. And what we can look at is as you track data, so this is where the last part of this will be very important. So that working back squat, so you can see I seesaw constantly through the years that we've had this. And right now I'm in a rebuilding phase, but I had to drop way down to 107, hurt a hip flexor, and now I'm just starting to get back into it. So that's why there's no data in this for almost a month for me, because I haven't been in a workout that has a squat. This will also show up if you don't enter your data. So that's going to be important in 1 minute. Obviously, anything that we track can have it. We can actually do body percentage, body weight. All that can be tracked. You can see that seesaw's down. I'm actually on a downward trend. I'm below 190 right now. I just haven't entered it recently. So if we go back to the workout, all of our workouts start generally with a recoverability questionnaire. And it has multiple parts. So what we can show in each part is, yeah, my diet quality is pretty darn good yesterday. 5 is you had no crap. So that's my easy way of saying you had meat, veggies, no processed foods. All right, that's what we want to strive for. I understand we're not always going to get there all the time. But the more often you get there, the better it is for you. Sleep length, obviously we want 8 hours of sleep. I had coyotes in my backyard for a couple hours right around midnight, so I lost about 3 hours of sleep because of that, which makes me grumpy making a video. Water intake. Generally, I drink enough water. If you only have a little bit, only put a little bit, because that's going to weigh into how fast you can recover. Recovery tactics. The beginning part of our workout, and every Saturday, Sunday, and Wednesday is considered a recovery workout most of the year. During the summer or during your preseason, it actually has conditioning in it for certain sports, not all sports. So really, what did I do yesterday? I actually did a workout, but let's say this is Thursday. All right, I performed my recovery workout. So that's the warm up and the cool down. I actually added more. We have a couple other modalities we can use that help me out of my injury right now. Muscle soreness. I'm not really sore. I started working out yesterday again, so a little. Sore but doable means, it hurts a little bit, not a big problem. 3, you're starting to get difficult to move, especially going downstairs or putting a t-shirt on. Can't function as you really had problems. That means really bad things, okay? That is not where we really need to deal with often, and if it does happen, that's a problem, and that should be a red flag that comes and you tell me immediately if you cannot function. If it's sore that you're going up and down stairs, that's more of a 3, so it's difficult to move, just so you understand. Desire to train. I woke up this morning with no desire to move, obviously. But right now I'm saying I'm going to do it because I know I need to do it. Alcohol, did none. Right at the bottom, everything has a little save. Make sure you save it and you get a check mark. Otherwise, you didn't do it. It's that simple. So I'm going to jump forward a couple days at the top using the arrows so that I get into Monday. So I show you a couple other different things because the workout is more like what we have all the time. So when you look at something like foam rolling, it's an action item. It has a video attached to it. So we're going to swipe to the left, get the one that isn't filled in. All you got to do for this one is check it. So you hit that little check box, it gives you a check, it saved it, it means it's saved. The video icon up top means we have a video attached to it. Obviously, we're not going to watch it right now. You can do that later. Don't necessarily need to save it. You can always X out to go to your workout, and that's by hitting the red X at the bottom. So I'm going to scroll down where we can show you a little bit more of what's going on. And once we get to jog sprints has the next thing I want to show you. It's still an action item. And if you really look at it up top, it says 4 sets. So what's a set of this? So hitting the paperclip, we go in and it opens up a PDF that's attached to it. So one set is going one time through this. So it's pretty simple. If it says jog sprint 10s, so it's jog 10, sprint 10, jog 10, sprint 10. Jog 10 20s, or jog sprint 20s, or jog 20, sprint 20, jog 20, sprint 20. I think you can get the gist for the rest of it. If you don't have enough room to go 120 yards when you start talking about the 30s, which honestly we don't do a lot of, you can turn around. Okay, so this can easily be done in my yard with the 20s. Very easy. Can I jog 20, turn around, sprint it? It's not exactly how we want it done. It's more of a breakdown, but we got to get it done. We are working on videos to have attached to all these as well. So the important parts, we'll get to the lift in a second. So warm up, I like to see that you check it all off. That means you're doing your recovery work and we see that you're doing it. If you're not checking it off, we assume you're not doing it. It's that simple. It's like homework. You want to get a good grade in your class, you got to pass in your homework. Passing in your homework for your strength and conditioning curriculum is checking it off in Teambuilder. You will feel better doing it. I will guarantee that. Speed, agility, and conditioning, we want to see that you're doing it. Lifting, here's where filling it out becomes extremely important. So the clean, APRE 3 reps, all you need to know is the clean part. There's a video attached to it, how to do a clean. We also have a progression workout that teaches you the parts of a clean and then puts it all together. If you need that, always let me know. So if we go done, so here we are able to enter numbers. So it's giving me numbers. It says I should do 150, 155, 165 for 3 sets. So that's the 3 up top times 3, 3. The AMRAP means as many reps as possible. Okay. You have a 0 there. So if you don't enter a number and hit save, it assumes a 0, so it backs up to the next weight. Okay, so that's where you'll suddenly see that your weights are consistently going down instead of up. That means you're not entering that 0 as a value. So really what we want to do is hit 150, 155, 165. If we hit it for 3, the next week you do this, your numbers are going to be 155, 160, 170. So it's going to bump you up. If you only hit 2, it's going to bump you down. If you hit 4, it's going to bump you up more. So it might bump you up by 10 pounds on each one. So we have it programmed in, and that's the importance of entering information into this and not just saying, I did the workout. The green little clock always gives your history of the workout, and it matches up with everything we did with the maxes and PRs. The other thing on the side here with the little gray button, it's going to allow me to, and it won't let me do it for this one. It'll do here, so it's a brown button. So it'll give me the ability to say, yep, I'm injured, I can't do it. So there's a reason why I can't do it. Maybe prohibited. That means your trainers aren't let you do it. Lack of equipment, that adds up a lot of times. But if you do select injured, you can select another exercise. We usually have similar exercises put together. And then you can also substitute it for anything, which isn't generally liked. If you do get injured, you can say rehab, and that comes up as a report. Ultimately, we want to know you're injured so we can put you in a group that we're not giving you a workout and you're not trying to always not do a workout. We basically leave it, so you can add a note, of course. We want you to be able to succeed, not have numbers against you. So when we run a report, the injured workout actually says to see us. So it doesn't have a lot of action items for you to check off. And that is pretty much all of it. You have a lift RPE, and the cool down is the stretching at the bottom, similar to the warm-up. The better you do it, the more consistent you do that, the better you're going to get. Simple as that.